stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you, with a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Love now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
At their 48-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Now Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. He's got his target. That's complete. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 61 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw now. Here's Love. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. 1 second, all that remains.
A final shot before break.
McCarthy.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Addison will go in motion left.
Now McCarthy. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Love looking to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And all the way down to the 9.
A gain on the play of 58 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Second down, goal to go. McCarthy operating from the gun. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll try to pick it up, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First down, Packers.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.